Hi. Hello. It's me, RightBigChimken, and I was meant to go live. Real talk. I had a doctor's appointment today. I had a hospital appointment. And that was at 2:30, and I was like, I'm gonna get an extra long stream in. I'm gonna come home from. I got the entire day off work. I'm gonna go to my hospital appointment at 2:30. I'm gonna get some McDonald's on the way home. I'm gonna get home and stream. Got home about 4:30. I don't know what I've been doing for the last 4 hours, but it's definitely not been streaming. Yeah, so we're back. Pacific Drive. I had such a nice time with this game yesterday. With everything that's happened at the hospital today, nothing dramatic. With everything that's happened at the hospital today, I wanted sort of a comfort game, but I wanted it to be like an engaged thing. So Pacific Drive, I had a lovely time, great time yesterday. There was action, there was romance, some tires fell off my car. I don't think there was romance now that I think about it. Those two guys on the radio clearly want to kiss each other, but that's probably it. I did a little bit of maintenance before I went to my appointment this morning. I will turn on the things for the mods because they just want to throw my picture around the webcam. No, my webcam around the picture. And we're gonna do some drive-in. Look at my new paint job. Oh! It's a zebra. I made him a zebra. Everybody. I also unlocked the ability to craft armored panels now, so as much as I still need to find some additional doors and the materials to make armored panels, the car is getting more and more buff by the second. What else have I added since we last played? Nothing on the back seat. I added a extremely large storage medium on the top, in which I have put 3 spare tires. That's probably overkill, but if you were watching me when I streamed this game yesterday, towards the end, it was getting a little bit testy with the stuff that I had, so we're gonna put that up there. The tires that I had, because I think, in fact, that's still a summer tire. I need to take you off. Good, I caught that before we left. That's extremely exciting that I did that. POB! Welcome to chat. How are you doing today? How are you doing today? Now we need to take one of these spare tires that we crafted, and we need to put it on the car. I'm good. I've developed this thing right. Once upon a time, once upon a time, if I went to McDonald's, I would be addicted to going McDonald's. It's like opening a gate. You go to McDonald's once, and then you're like, okay, I need to find every excuse to go to McDonald's. I've gone past that now. I'm 36. It's not always about going for takeaway food. So when I go to McDonald's, it's like once every 2 or 3 years, and I know that we just don't go out much. So McDonald's once every 2 years, it's a treat. Right? It's a treat. But when I go, 2 Big Macs, large Coke, large fries, 5 chicken selects, and then Dolly ordered some fries because the fries are the only thing that Dolly can eat at McDonald's. So Dolly had more, like 2 or 3 fries. I ate one of their fries. I'm so full of food right now. I'm so full of food. We're gonna do a test mission. Let's do a nice easing in mission, and then we'll do something. Do we have a passive mission that I can just do that's passive and gentle on me right now? In my weakened, burger-filled state. We could go here. Because once that's unlocked, we can use it to get across to here. Is that a good idea? B? I think that's fine. There's a highway to here. There's a highway to there, which has extreme conditions. And we will have to get out into this one as quickly as humanly possible. But I think we can do that. I've been playing Call of Duty for the last 3 hours. Yes! if you have achieved something big or small since the last time we spoke, I really want to hear about it. So please tell me all of your secrets. Call of Duty can be an achievement, Bennett. Which one are you playing now? Are you playing the newest one? How is it? I was waiting for my new PC. I have not even slightly charged the battery to this car. Which actually means I think it's been sat here with the lights on because... Let's actually charge the battery. Okay, battery is charged. Newest one and loving the campaign. I'm like absolutely loved Call of Duty 2019. Absolutely loved the new Modern Warfare 2. I was really hyped to get into the next one that came out, the newest one that came out. And then it sort of moved outside of my PC's capability of playing it. And the longer I've gone without a new PC yet, and the more and more I've like lost interest in the franchise, it's terrible, really. Like, I was really hyped to play it, and then just it fell outside of my radar. Okay, the Warrens. There's going to be lots of rabbits. Swift Storm and Disruptive Charge. I need to get through this next one as quick as possible. No hanging around. We are doing a highway on the way there, though, so we can get some bits on the way. Did I bring... I don't know if I brought everything. I think I was prepared. I'm sure it's fine. Highway remote, damp forest. Okay, we've got science building. Okay, I think we're fine. We got a car, we got some billboards. We got a car on the road. Oh, no, that's a petrol lorry. I got excited for my brain got excited for a couple of seconds then. Petrol lorries, not great, because I've just left the garage. If it was a lorry, I would have been up there like a shot, because the resources you get out back at the flat panel vans. Oh! Oh, that's what we're looking for. That is what we're looking for, an S&F hauling. But I have a new air freshener in the car as well. Look, it is a tiny bear hanging from the windscreen. It used to be the UFO. I now have a tiny bear. Isn't it adorable? I kind of want. I feel like they're missing a trick, right? If anybody from Pacific Drive is the developers of Pacific Drive is watching this, please open an online store where you can buy every single windscreen like decoration and all of these bobbleheads and stuff. Because I feel like if I could go to a website where I could just order these things, even if they were 3D printed, they don't have to be amazing, like top tier expensive stuff. But if I could order them, I would make use of that as a feature. But I have a goal to trying to complete every campaign. So are you going back through... When you say that, are you going back to other games now? Or have you been working through them in general? We do this. What is that? A swag wagon sticker. A horse girl sticker. I don't think I am either of those things. I have never been considered swag. And I have never been considered a horse girl. Dolly, are you in chat? Have you ever considered me a horse girl? I don't need a crude panel. Like, it feels like a waste of resources, but I just don't need it. We have a new grinder, which is extremely exciting. And bits. I love bits. And then we put that in there, and then we do this, and then it's fine. Is there a building here? I feel like it said there was a building up here? A little bit off the beaten track. Where is this building that was on the map? Did I imagine that there was a building on the map? I've completed like 6 of them. Which ones? DLB with the lightning contribution. A reminder, if you would like to make me dodge... I now officially 400 So real talk, I dodged 200 lightning bolts in Final Fantasy X recently as a personal challenge, and for one of the achievements that I have never done since I was a kid, I have now achieved it. And because I have no self-control, I have decided that it's a really good idea that I attempt to dodge one lightning bolt for every single follower that I've got. Dolly has bought me a gummy ring. Does this mean we're married now? Look, gummy ring. Maybe more of them, let me check. Maybe they're not connected, right? Correct me if I'm wrong. Like, I think after post 2019 they've tried to make it like a shared universe, but other than that, up until this point they weren't connected in any way. I really only got back into Call of Duty. I played Call of Duty as a little kid, but I only really got into Call of Duty after 2019. And when I say into it, it became my like hyperfixation. Like Call of Duty 2019. I feel like we've talked about this on the stream before, but Call of Duty 2019 got me through COVID. I bought it like around the February of the March that we were all sent home from work. And just every lunch break, because I worked from home the entirety of COVID, every lunch break I would play Call of Duty, and it just became a thing that we were doing. It kept me sane. Yeah, back the way we came. We'll put a dot down just for the sake of it. Excuse me. This one. And then we go. We go round and round. Yeah. Oh, there's trees there. That was almost dangerous. Bollards. Okay, we're off again. Will we get any more armored panels? It would be real nice if we did. Is this one? No. I saw yellow and got excited. Is that one? No, it's just a yellow car. Sorry, ignore me. We go on. We continue. Warfare 2, both Warfare Original, Vanguard, Cold War, Black Ops 3 and 4, World War 2, Infinite, Advanced, and Ghost, so definitely more than 6, but I don't count the remakes as then there's double. I mean, that's a lot of shooting better. How do you rate the stories, though? Like, are they good stories? I really like the 2019 onwards Modern Warfare stories. They were interesting enough that it sort of carried it. I think a lot of people hated them. That's probably a terrible thing to admit on the internet. I like the Call of Duty campaign. Though it is incredible how many people just straight up don't play the campaign. They go straight into the multiplayer and never look at anything else. Terrible of me. Terrible. No yellow cars, which is bad. We're not going to have the lights on because it's the middle of the day. That's the devil's work it is, like in the Call of Duty campaign. I mean... They have their ups and downs, right? I'm not making excuses. It sounds like I'm making excuses now. They were a good average time. If you went into it all wise open, that's devil work it is. What happened to Halo? No, the playing only... Okay. I mean, was there a story? It's news to me that there was a story in Halo, but I kind of missed Halo as an entire... I never played Halo as an experience. It was a game that I never grew up with as a kid, because the first Halo I could have played was... the one that when they what was the first what was it called when they released the first one on PC? It was like Halo Combat Evolved. Combat Evolved, yeah. I saw that in shops, and that would have been the first Halo that I could have even played. I just never did because I was a PlayStation kid. I didn't get a gaming PC till much later, so it was just an experience I completely missed out on. Got a new crowbar. It's very exciting. That's it. Okay, so by all counts, the next zone should be terrifying, but as long as we get through it quick, I can drive straight into a peaceful zone, I think. Yeah, we'll try it. We're gonna give it a go. I really enjoyed watching the main characters evolve over the years. Did you ever do the original Modern Warfare trick where you just killed the bad guy right at the very beginning of the game and then the credits rolled? After 3, the dev team split, was sold, restructured, and the new focus was on the multiplayer. Story was still there, but it basically started to suck a bit more each time. Because, like, when did Bungie do Destiny originally, and when did their focus turn from Halo to Bungie? So from Halo to Destiny? Because that was a problem as well, right? It got to a point where they were known for Halo, but Destiny was becoming more of a focus. Is that true? I feel like that was true. There's a road here somewhere. Where is the road? Oh god, here come the bunnies. Yeah, they're here immediately. Here come the bunnies! We just want to get through this area as quickly as possible. It's terrifying. Ignore all this. This area doesn't exist. We're just gonna die if we stay here. I will say my least favorite campaign was Vanguard. I was just bad, and I believe it was either Cold War or World War II that was my favorite because it had such a huge ass plot twist at the end where you were on drugs the entire time. Oh my god, spoilers! But it's an old game. That's cool. If you don't want Call of Duty spoilers, don't read that thing that Ben had just posted. Destiny was 2017. Halo was out for 2 years at that point. Ah, okay. That was the last one. Yeah, we're not driving through that big angry white line. Line! Where's the road? There it is. Okay. I know they released Halo Infinite in 2021. I mean, because Halo Infinite went so well. Faultless game. Absolutely faultless. Like, they didn't take 3 years to release the multiplayer for it, did they? Like, the co-op. And they released the multiplayer version first, so everybody could just get bored of it before then. And then the story was... Oh, there was something weird, right? That game released in modules. Like, the multiplayer was out, and then they released the story, and it took them ages to release the co-op. Or something like that. I mean... I wasn't being shitty. Overcharged electricity. What does that mean? We're perpetually stable, but electricity is overcharged? So I guess there's going to be storms and shit. Infinite was a bit of a shitstorm. Yeah. I played the Infinite multiplayer beta, and I told a few people at the time, this is a pretty well-rounded game, right? I had a nice time. Like, the multiplayer wasn't by any means bad, but like, I couldn't get anybody to play it. Solid game, but a victim of 2020. Games must be perfect or they won't last. I mean, they do... That's a flare gun. Whoops. No, that's a flare. 5. This one. Panel. New armored panel. Very exciting. And a free tire. What's wrong with it? Having said that. It is flat. Well, we're going to take it because they're not free to make. Is there anything else on this car worth taking? Nothing. Okay. I've given in to popular demand today and bought Helldivers. So that will be my next shooter that I play. I will let everybody know how I feel about it. I'm not going to stream. I'm not going to stream it. It might be a game I consider streaming once my new PC is sorted, but it doesn't on the hardware I've got access to currently. It doesn't run the greatest. I can't play it. Why can't you play it? If you find one of those fixie speaker trees, will it fix the tire? I think it would fix the tire if it was literally in my hands or on the car. I don't think it just magically works with stuff that's in my inventory. Though it raises an interesting question. It might do that. But I'm not in the new area, I think, in this point. I'm a little bit further. It's PlayStation and PC exclusive. Get a PC, Benna. Or a PlayStation. They're going to do with the... Have they done... A friend said to me recently that they were threatening to get rid of Xbox consoles entirely and make the entire Xbox experience a service. Is that true? Have they done that? I think there was going to be some sort of announcement relating to it. That has not been confirmed or denied. Okay. I know they were talking about it, and there was a lot of hubbub about it on the internet. They are very clear that they aren't answering that particular line of thinking. I mean, does it not? Can you, Sky? You're a cynic like me. Does it not tell you more that they're not responding to it? If it was a straight up no, they would have said straight up no. Is that the sort of logic we're going with? Oh, for sure. Yeah. Okay. Like, if they weren't considering it, they would say, they would tell you. But the fact that they're not saying anything, which is interesting. So, Benny, you might have to get a PlayStation, is all I'm saying. Or a PC. I mean, a PC would be better. Because eventually, if Xbox do that, I can almost, considering some of the bigger Sony exclusives that come to PC eventually, I do wonder how long the PlayStation will exist if Xbox does that. Because the PC releases of some of the big some of the big PlayStation games have done real well, I think. At least, what's happening? I heard a noise. Never saw it. Never a PlayStation. Why not, Benna? Why never a PlayStation? Tell me. I hate PlayStation with a burning passion. But why? Like, there's got to be a reason. Don't just hate something with no reason. But, I mean, look at the diskless PlayStation. That's basically a service that could transfer to a PC or a Steam Deck style thing. Very true. And can anybody raise a hand if they actually have a disk drive in their PC these days? Like... Dolly raised this question with me the other day. What did they say to me? Like, I think I might start buying they turned to me in the car or wherever we were and said, you know what, I think I might start buying CDs again. And I just sort of looked through and went, where are you going to play them? I have a USB disk drive in my basement, maybe. Like, there's the only place that we have the ability to play music from CD is the DVD player that's plugged into the telly in the lounge, which I suppose has a speaker system attached to it, but it's not really... You know, it's not really what we made... It's not really why we had that entertainment center. A lot of their hardware sucks and breaks more than Xbox. They go through way too many lawsuits, and the rate at which you constantly have to replace things for it is ridiculous. I don't quite understand that one, if I'm honest. What about the hardware's bad? I'm a massive PlayStation. I was a massive. Never. They did that. There was one data leak. Like, that's just a thing that happens to companies in 2024. There was at least two. There was one, to my knowledge, that I got notified of and was, like, instructed to actually do something. They use a lot of outdated things to then force upgrades, therefore more money spent. I have had, tell you what. And I don't want to argue about this. I have had launch PlayStation consoles every single iteration up to PlayStation 4. I have never bought the PlayStation 4 Super or any of the advanced where they've added like hardware specs to it. I have never once returned a console. So in terms of the forcing upgrades and forcing people to pay to fix them, I disagree. Like, I think that's a very well publicized thing that happened on the internet, but you never hear. I mean, that's all the benefit of PC gaming, right? It is, like. Come on, go away. There we go. I mean, the room's nice and lit up now. Less need to upgrade as frequently. You don't need to spend as much each time. True. Like, I have done... when did I get this PC? I got this PC since we've lived in this house. So this PC is about 5 or 6 years old. The difficulty is I have this... I've had this PC about 5-6 years now, and I've got it to a point where the difficulty was with this PC. I'm going to get to my point. I'm sort of rambling around the idea as I formulate my thoughts. The difficulty was I bought this PC slightly before SSDs were becoming affordable. So I could, but this PC would probably do me another 2 or 3 years if there was an SSD in it, but there isn't. So I've sort of made the conclusion that rather than waiting to upgrade in 2 years and install a temporary SSD, and like I could put an SSD in this machine now and have a PC that lasts me 2 more years, but it's low spec. And with the streaming thing, which has come out of absolutely nowhere, better to upgrade it now and get an SSD in it that's now affordable. You know what I mean? I'm also very particular with controllers and PlayStation. I feel the layer. Dolly is the same with the PlayStation. No, Dolly is the same with Xbox controllers. Dolly likes PlayStation controllers. I can use either. As a person with big hands, I feel this. See, I have big hands and I've never had issues with the PlayStation controller. Can you, like, what, as stupid as a question as it might be, what issue do you have with it? You're also not arthritic. True. Very true. That is true. Is that the issue you have? It's just so tiny. Yeah, it probably is the thing, right? I don't have arthritis, so I'm a very large boy and I don't have arthritis, so I don't tend to have to fold to do things. Like, I do have to fold to do things and it doesn't bother me. My hands cramp faster with a PlayStation than an Xbox. Entirely fair, I get that. It's all about that keyboard and mouse lifestyle. Shit. I'm going to turn you off because you're burning fuel and I've just left you on and all of the lights are on and we're rolling now. Put the parking brake on. Yeah, let's do that again. My issue with the Xbox controllers is that I don't know which buttons are which. I don't have to use Xbox controllers for long enough to learn the layout when I can just use... I mean, you were brought up with PlayStations, right? Like, all of the consoles that you had when you were at home with your mum were PlayStations. Correct me if I'm wrong. I feel like that's correct. I should know this about my own partner. Yeah, that too. We always were PlayStations, never Xbox. For me, same level analog sticks are extremely uncomfortable. For me, PlayStation 5 controller is far too smooth textured, flies out of my hands. I like texture of Xbox controllers and how I can change my grip layout depending on the game, which I can't with PlayStation. I have not held... I know... This is the thing. This is the thing, right? I know one person with a PlayStation 5. Like, in real life, I think Kirby and Ian, Kirby and Firewalker have a PlayStation 5. I think. I don't know anybody in my day-to-day life that owns a PlayStation 5, and I've never been in a position to try the new controller. So, as much as I have opinions about the PlayStation 4, I don't know enough about the PlayStation 5 to comment. Some of the stuff that they've talked about, like the functionality of what the PlayStation 5 controller can do, is interesting. Like the feedback and the way it like locks certain triggers. Yeah, the PS5 controllers have moved to being similar to Xbox controllers. Like the Kirby, correct me if I'm wrong. The PlayStation... I'm saying that a lot today. Correct me if I'm wrong, Kirby. The PlayStation 5 controllers have, like, they actually implemented a thing where if there's the resistance on the shoulder buttons changes depending on what you're doing. I think it's called haptic feedback or something like that. Now, we had either a PlayStation 1 or 2 growing up, but never used it, and I think it was my dad's. See, I was a PlayStation 1 kid. If I'd said to my parents, oh, we had a PlayStation 1 and now I want an Xbox to go alongside that, they would have spat on me. And Mum and Dad, if you're watching, you totally would have spat on me. Don't deny it. I'm pretty sure, yeah. So, functionality like that makes the controller more of a thing in gaming, I find super interesting. Like, if the controller reacts in a certain way, it doesn't need to be doing anything excessively fancy, but it's just cool. I remember it was silver and opened... that was the PlayStation 1. The one that opened from the top of the pit. Haptic feedback would be anything in which the controller conveys info to the user through vibration. Okay. Not haptic feedback then. Like, the locking of the shoulder buttons depending on... Like, the game can lock the shoulder buttons in a certain way, like if you were driving a car or shooting a gun. Personally, can we all just say that the console war was dumb? Like, the console war was dumb. If everybody is entitled to their own opinion, as much as I've expressed some of mine, I do not judge anybody on their opinions based on consoles. And the Wii clearly won the entire console war anyway. Like, the Nintendo Switch, adaptive resistance, that's a good word. Yeah, good. It's a good word. Yeah, two things that won. I'm gonna put this out there. I'm gonna put this out there. I'm gonna put the I played the shit out of my way. I'm gonna put this out here, right? PlayStation, the PSP, and the Wii won the console wars. The PSP was so ahead of its time that, like, 5-6 years later, they suddenly started releasing handhelds that are amazing. The PSP was ahead of its time. Absolutely great. And the PlayStation Vita, I'm so sad that didn't catch on. But look how we are with the Stream Decks and everything. They paved the way for all of that shit. And I would have loved to have PlayStation games on the go. Or at least had it supported for much longer. And the Wii, I have massive happy memories of. This was around the time when I was still living with my parents. I'm trying to, like, 2021 maybe. My mum inherited you best be paying respects to Game Gear if you're talking handhelds. I never played a Game Gear. My first my first handheld games console that I owned personally was the PSP. I never played a Game Boy, and then I bought a Nintendo DS much later, and then a Nintendo Switch. But I owned a Vita as well. What was I gonna say? I have massively good memories around 2021, I think, maybe even earlier than that, where my brother moved out and like downgraded his game setup, so left. I didn't have Game Boys, no Game Boys. First handheld was the PlayStation Portable. Never play. I had access to a Game Boy I played a Game Boy through other people, but never owned a Game Boy myself. My parents were massively like, for us to get a PlayStation 1 and then a PlayStation 2, that was a big deal for them. They were crazy. They were crazy, like, oh, you have to go outside and enjoy life like that. PSP and Vita was iffy though, because the issue with the Wi-Fi connectivity was massive in Japan. Their free Wi-Fi next to expand, it didn't serve, whatever. See, the difficulty with the Wi-Fi connectivity thing, there were very few games that I played on the PSP that required Wi-Fi, and at the same time, I get that just sort of feeds into the ahead of its time issue, because if the PlayStation was to make, they did it right. They had the PlayStation 5 have just released that handheld thing, but it has to be tied to a console. Imagine if that was if that was a new portable PlayStation device, right? If it was alongside the Steam Deck and the Nintendo Switch, if that was a new PlayStation portable device, imagine how good that would be now that there are Wi-Fi connections everywhere. The PlayStation Portable required Wi-Fi, and nobody had, like, there were very few Wi-Fi connections available. Like, I used to use it in the cafe when we were at college. They had a Wi-Fi connection. But trains didn't have them commonly in the UK at the time, I don't think. Like, it was ahead of its time. It was a portable device that you were sort of forced to use at home. Get a backbone for $100 less and it uses your cell phone. Yeah. I freaking love the PSP. I will sing the praises of the PSP until I die. Yu-Gi-Oh! The Yu-Gi-Oh! The card game on PSP. My jam. My first Sims game was on PSP, the one where they were stranded on the yes! Fucking, oh, nostalgia this is the nostalgia stream, everybody. Everybody talk about stuff that they're nostalgic about, because you've made me all nostalgic. I think it was literally called The Sims Stranded. It was my girlfriend at the time. I feel like it was The Sims Stranded, or like a really... I'm trying to think. Oh, shit. Back you, savage. My girlfriend at the time really enjoyed The Sims on PlayStation, which upset me spiritually because I couldn't understand why anybody would ever want to play a PlayStation game of The Sims, because it didn't control like the PC version did. Oh my goodness, go away! Yeah, I maybe shouldn't stand where they hit the car. Yeah, I maybe shouldn't stand where they hit the car. I just got my dad's Atari and SNES for Christmas. That's cool. My brother recently got in touch with me and was like, "Do you want to buy what was the games console that originally had Pong? Like an original Pong games console. What was it called? It's gone from my brain. Wrap yourself in bandages. Atari. Was that the ColecoVision? My brother basically, hi Dilemma. My brother recently got in touch with me and was like, "Do you want to buy an original Pong games console?" What was it called? My brother, we're talking about things in gaming that make us nostalgic, Dalima, if you've just joined the conversation. My brother recently got in touch with me and was like, do you want to buy... He had got... I'm not sure where he'd acquired them from. I think somebody had asked him to clean them up and sell them on, like, as an auction type thing, and he was going to take a bit of a cut or something like that. And he had the original Pong home games console. A couple of the Ataris. And I was really tempted to buy it and stream original Pong because I'd got all of the details about how I could potentially port in something of that. It would be tiny. Like, it would be tiny on the screen. And then I could have sat here and been like, you know what, guys? This is the original Pong. But I couldn't bring myself to do it. He wanted money for them. Had he offered them to me for free, I would have bought them. I would have had them. But nothing in life is free, everybody. Just saying. Okay, I totally missed items up here. Ugh. Where are we? We'll go there. I had a Super Return of the Jedi, so good. Is anybody gonna buy Star Wars Dark Forces, which they've just redone in HD? Like, is that... Does anybody remember that game's franchise? Star Wars Dark Forces? I did not mean to hit that. There we go. I don't know, contemplating. If it was the sequel, I would have bought it day one. The first FPS game I played on PC was Star Wars Jedi Dark Forces 2. I got something you liked that like Star Wars related. Okay, hit me. You might be disappointed. I'm not a massive Star Wars fan anymore. I think Sky in chat. Sky, you might like Star Wars information, right? Hoover. Yeah, see, Sky likes Star Wars. What a weeb. What a weeb. Oh. Let me pause. Ben has sent it to me on Discord. What is it? What is it? What is it? What is it? Oh, no, I do like that. Can I show that easily? No, that's cool. That is this. Is that a sequel? Is that a sequel one? I'm not 100% sure on the design. I will import that into OBS real quick so chat can see. Bear with me 1 second. Copy. No, Fallen Order. I sent it. Yeah. Fallen Order. Loved Fallen Order. Was so hopefully when I get my new PC, hopefully the sequel will work better once I get my new PC, because I was so ready to enjoy Fallen Order 2 and it just did not run well on my machine. This is the thing that Benna just sent me DMs. It is a Cal Kestis statue. How I've long since passed the days where I can I can't justify spending money on video game statues anymore. It used to be I had so many Assassin's Creed statues when I was like single and still living at home with my parents. And now I have a future wife and a house, and I cannot afford to buy video game statues. I mean, unless anybody wants to send me like 50 gift subs on Twitch, just saying. So it was field destroy at work, so free 100. How? What do you mean? It was field destroy? Like it didn't sell, so you had to bin it? The lightsaber broke off, but easy fixed it. Oh. Remove. I mean, probably a massive benefit of working in a game store, right? Pop. Where are we headed? We're heading towards the blue dot. An item broken, it is considered field destroyed or sent to warehouse. Okay. And here I was when I worked in retail. It was a holy shit. Don't flip, don't flip, don't flip, don't flip. There we go. Holy. Might have to change my underwear. There was a hole there. Okay, well, let's grind this. Yeah, when I worked in retail, I worked in a supermarket, and all we got was cheap discounts on, like, food that had gone out of date. Not as cool as video game statues. It's just not. Where's the Hoover? Get my Hoover. No, not that. There we go. My rig 600 Pro HX hex set was field destroyed, but there was nothing wrong with it. The guy returned it broken, but turns out he just didn't plug the adapter in to connect it to his Xbox, so literally user error. Gave me an almost $200 headset for free. I imagine, like, outside of the pissing in the bottles bit, I imagine one of the major benefits for working for Amazon, we do not count the pissing in the bottles. I'm really sorry that they have to do that, and I shouldn't joke about such things. But I imagine the amount of stuff as an Amazon employee you have access to that has been returned that has got nothing wrong with it. Because they're not allowed to sell it on, which is where that whole... I feel like that was where that whole mentality... Loads of people were making YouTubes for a little bit where they would buy pallets of broken Amazon products and make an absolute fortune. Because I'm not sure it's literally something that somebody goes in, like buys at auction, goes in. I thought that... Oh, we're not there yet. I was like, where are these science buildings? Are these the science buildings? But they're not. These are just like research stations. Okay. I need to put that Hoover on the hotbar because it is getting really irritating that it isn't. We're not really throwing flares very much, so we'll put it in the flare slot. Lights. Dun 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 dun. There we go. Why have I never been using the Hoover before? The Hoover has changed my life. Somebody... Why have I never used the Hoover before? Now my next game to play is High on Life DLC. I could not look at that game after all of the supposed stuff that Justin Roiland? Is that his name? Is that the guy that did Rick and Morty? Yeah, Morty voice actor. I think the next wave of ads is that's a message from myself. There's an ad break in 5 minutes, chat. Yeah, Morty voice actor. I think there was all sorts of very, very nasty stuff came out about him around the time High on Life came out. Oh God. There was some nasty stuff that came out about Justin Roiland as that game released, and I was so sad for them because I feel like it definitely took the what the fuck is throwing tires? Where did the tires come from? That was weird. Where did the tires come from? That was real weird. Not 100% sure though. I think the good portion of the game was voiced by a substitute voice actor. Not sure though, but I got it free from Game Pass, so I finished it recently. That's fair. I'm not like, again, that's no judgment on anybody that's played it. That's from I sort of looked at it and went, I like Rick and Morty, I like FPS shooter games, maybe I'll try High on Life. And then the stuff about him came out and was like, oh, I don't particularly want to watch Rick and Morty anymore. And Justin Roiland did some fairly, yeah, it was a thing that I did. I started it after all that happened. Fair enough. I need to make some first aid kits. Thank you, because the food sucks. Let's go to this place to rob things. Need a guide? Why does the foot have an eye? But my need to complete games will let me yeah. See? I'm a variety streamer on the internet, Benna. I never finish games. I added it up on my fingers at the weekend how many games I'm officially now playing on stream. Do you want to know the number? Beginning of 2024, I was like, I had a fixed schedule on stream. All of 2023, I had a fixed schedule of games on stream. Why does the foot have an eye so it could watch its step? There you go, Dilemma, for that joke. In 2023, I had a fixed schedule on games I'd play on stream. The difficulty I immediately kept running into was I would have certain days where I didn't want to play the games that I had on my schedule. So I would then feel immediately irrationally guilty about not playing the thing that I'd sort of advertised, the thing that I'd advertised as on my schedule. And now I've done the opposite. I've gone, okay, I'm gonna have themed days, but not set games that I play on certain days. But all that means is I'm now simultaneously playing 5 separate games. Eventually, I'll put certain ones down and won't finish them. Can we bring back my dad joke redemption? I mean, so I'm not gonna, again, I said this yesterday, and this is only for explanation. I'm not gonna go off in a major rant about marketing today, but I have decided to go up to 3 minutes per hour on ads. So there is now a 3-minute ad that plays every hour. That gets rid of pre-rolls for the full hour. And I'll be honest, Ben, I have to fill what my point is going to be. I have to fill those 3 minutes with something. So far, I've been combing my beard. Maybe we fill those 3 minutes with dad jokes. We spin the hat wheel. I'm going to go wide brim sun hat because it is one of my favorites. I'll get my dad joke book on standby for the future. I might have to buy a dad joke book. Dolly, I might have to buy a dad joke book. I hope that's okay. You don't need to eat today, do you? We can just buy a dad joke book. Let me just close that Google window because... Cooking. Like the insult book. Yes, maybe I should just read... I just could insult people for 3 minutes straight. On that subject, there is an ad starting any moment now. You will not miss any action. I will pause the game and we will comb my beard for 3 minutes. And Benna, get ready to tell a dad joke because I'm putting all of the energy on that for you today because I do not have any dad jokes accessible to me. No pressure. Or in general, if you have a joke and are subscribed, I want to hear them when we go to the commercial break. That works better, right? If you have a joke, laughter is the best medicine. Throw your most shittest, terrible jokes at me when the ad starts, and I'll tell you when it's ready. There it is. Okay, everybody, the self-care button is activated. I'm going to comb my beard for 3 minutes. We're going to lose the stupid hat. If you have a joke, that is the shittest joke you can possibly imagine. Anything, no holds barred. I want what's brown and sticky, a stick type jokes. I want to hear them in chat right now. This is a secret bit. This is like an after hours. We'll identify. This will either be people responding in chat. They'll either have an ad blocker or they'll be subbed. Why don't skeletons fight each other? Why, Benna? Why don't skeletons fight each other? They don't have the guts, plus it's hard to pick a bone with someone who lacks a fat. I mean, I need to, can I find a dad joke to deliver in this moment of, like, what do you call a man with no arms and no legs in the ocean? Dead? That a bit dark? That's not very funny, is it? Bob. Oh. What do you call a man with a seagull on his head? Cliff. What do you call a man with a spade in his head? Doug. What do you call a man without a spade in his head? Douglas. Okay. There are all those board games, right, where you can pull a card and it's like answer a difficult question. I feel like this would be really good, like as a thing that I could do, like have a deck of cards by my desk and like pull out something. And this is going to be the thing I talk about. I'm reading a book about mazes. I got lost in it. It's a book that's leading me down a wordy labyrinth. Oh my god. Tell you what, we're going to try a ChatGPT joke. Because I still have a paid-for subscription to ChatGPT for the rest of this month. Give me your best dad joke. Why did the coffee file a police report? Come on, chat, you have to say, why, Chimken? Why did the coffee file a police report? I used to tell a joke about Orpheus and Eurydice, but looking back, it wasn't a good idea. What's red and bad for your teeth? A brick. Happy to confirm the ads are now over. We have to get it. We have to get it out of the way. We have to get it out of the way. We have to get out of the way. Why did the copy file a police report? Because it got mugged. It got mugged, everybody. The coffee got mugged. Get it? You get it? And just for those. What's green and will kill you if it falls out of a tree? What's... I feel like I know this. A tractor. I think it's Dolly. It's probably a tractor or something like that. A pool table. Yeah, it sounds right. I'm afraid for the calendar, its dates are numbered. Yeah. Does this have legs? Can we do this for 3 minutes an hour? And like, is that going to be entertaining? Brothers, that you've heard all my bad dad jokes already. Very true. I really should, like, I should get Dolly on as a guest spot, and they could just tell you all the dad jokes I already know the answers to. Because then I'm not just responding with the answers. Put this in there. Okay. I think we're doing pretty damn well for stuff. There's these houses along the bridge here, so we're gonna hit up this spot, wherever that is. 2 energy things very close together. And then we can work our way back up the rail bridge, and then work our way around again and activate that port to leave. Yeah, we're gonna do that. Put some tunes on this time. Yeah, so I am looking for interesting things, basically. I'm now forcing myself to take 3 minutes break every hour because of the ad break. If you have something interesting that you would like to see me do or talk about, 3 minutes every hour, let me know, because any sort of insight, any sort of information that you'd like to see, it would be really helpful if you had some sort of ideas, because I'm going to come up with something, but it's going to be super unhinged. I just want crystals. Why are these things never giving me crystals anymore? Can't turn the radio on from outside. That's irritating. Off from outside. Yeah, this is why I don't turn the radio on, because... Oh, so... Hello. Goodbye. I don't turn the radio on in the car because it's yet another thing I have to remember to turn off. I'm taking a short break from Call of Duty to play a little to the left on Xbox. It just got on the Game Pass. Is that the thing where you have to sort stuff out so it's tidy, right? Like the... Whoa! I've not... He moved on camera. They're not really meant to move on camera. Did he move on camera or did he move as I turned? I'm not... Yeah, that made me... What is happening up the front? I've got sparks out. Oh, shit. Electrician's kit. One of the headlights isn't working. Electrician's kit. That we do that and we're going to achieve anything today. I really need to think about getting this last piece of energy and maybe heading back and then going out to progress the story. Because it was good to get some of the story done yesterday, but I'm beginning to feel like I'm not going to go for... I will not be streaming for 8 hours today. That's personal growth. So I can't hang about doing these side missions. Okay, a little bit more fuel in the car. Ow. How's my head? Okay, evil green liquid is turning up. Let's get I've gotta get out of this place. Chim, there's a better life for me and you. Where is the road that... Oh, one of the tires is one of the tires out? No, it's just making weird grinding noises. That sounds healthy. I can't possibly make it up there, right? This is insanity. Like, this isn't gonna happen. Surely. Come on, you can do it. Don't turn. Okay, no, that's not happening. Oh, bollocks. Any excuse to do damage to my own car. That was dumb. That was actively I need to wear a helmet. Health. Did I not? I didn't bring a health. Did I not bring a health? Oh. Well, we found the thing I forgot. I do have repair pipe. Okay, I can. It's not too bad. As it turns out, armored panels are great, but they don't like it when you flip the car. How's that? That's fine. Bumper is healing. Good. Put that away. I heard noises. Okay, where are we headed? Now, I'm gonna activate this portal, right? I'm gonna activate this portal, and what's gonna happen, right, is I'm gonna drive to the end of this valley, and there's gonna be a hill, and I'm not gonna be able to get out. So, what we're gonna do is we're gonna drive to the end of this valley, see what's there, turn around, and then activate the portal and try again. Because I just unlocked drive, and I just unlocked the achievement drive in exceptional distance. Okay, so is there a hill? Is there a hill right now? Okay, I'm on the bit where I thought meant there was a hill. I think it's a dip. What we do is we reverse very skillfully, not into a tree. Not into a tree. I said not into a tree. Activating the portal. Then we run. Get out of the way. We're fine. Think. We are. Here. I was hesitating then because sometimes a purple satellite falls out of the sky right at the very end of the zone, and I'm told it has supreme riches and wondrous things inside of it, and I keep meaning to go and look at one, and I've never had the chance.
Otto was not a fan of my gateway theory. I can't imagine why. It's just shooting things up into the oscillosphere and back. No big deal.
I guess we're talking to the woman again, because before she was being a bit shitty. Yeah, this was what I was afraid of. I picked up chemicals on that run and then used them all to fix myself partway through, so I now have no chemical. Okay, so what's broken on here? Like, broken. One of the lights, one of the side back panels, the rear bumper where I hit that tree. This. Side doors. One of the lights, sort of, not too bad. This panel. And the rear bumper. Did we get it? We got it. We're fine. Okay, heal up. Put some fuel back inside of the car. While we're at it, we'll fill up my little fuel thing as well. Which I really should replace with a second larger one as opposed to filling this, because this is like a stable amount of fuel you always have in the car, but this slot here that you can stick it in doesn't have any other uses. It just exists. I would love to be able to stick another tool there of some kind, just so I know I have it at all times. We got mail! Hello, is this coming through? This has to be attempt number... Blah, 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 blah. On that subject, I think I actually have some stuff to put inside of you. Ooh, woo? I swear I had some stuff to put... Ow! Yeah, I've got some messages. Not a load, but some. I wonder if there's a way I can make that give me medicine. Because I think somebody said when I was streaming this game yesterday that you are able to change the resources the dumpster pearls drop. Hitting it with a hammer gives you a different one. I'm not sure what the other specs are. That's got 2 shots left in it. That's craftable. Okay, we got puncher repair kits. We got one energy kit. 1, 2. Top up the side supplies. We got puncture repair kits coming out of our ears after that previous one where everything broke simultaneously. You're fine. You're fine. That's an electrician's kit. Mechanics kit. Do I have... I don't think I have mechanics kits. Spanner? Yeah. 1, 2. Mechanics kit. 3. Right now. Prepared for any eventuality, it's right big Chimken! Ow! Can't close the door without banging it on his own head. Right big Chimken! We do this. Do this. This. So many frickin' emails. I really hate getting partially maintained weapons. Like, as an experience, it seems really kind of counterproductive that they exist. Put that there. Put the fire in your hands. No. Got a tire, everybody. Look at this. It's a tire. We're going to put it in the magic speaker of mystery, but the magic speaker of mystery magically fixes items. Look, and it says recording. It's magically fixing shit. Need to put an armored panel in there as well. So those will cook whilst I'm out on my next run, and I think they have. It's a 1-to-1. By the time I'm done on my next run, those should be finished. Fine. I think that's actually everything that we... Is that us immediately sorted out? That grey paint. Part of me really doesn't like carrying partially degraded things into the zone. And I can't get over it as a problem. And I keep cooking them, and I keep making new ones. Like, I'm not sure if this is a me issue or a game issue. Pretty sure it's a me issue. 1, 2. Definitely a me issue. You out of there, put you up there. Fine. 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 We're gonna stand very carefully away from that door. I like to carry 2 crowbars on me. How many times have I banged my head on the door of that car now? Like, it's a silly number, right? I'm not losing my mind. It's basically been every time I've opened that boot door, I've banged it on my head today. Okay, we've unlocked some stuff by getting energy and resources in general. I can now make carbon fiberglass, which we're just going to unlock because I've not had a call to make it yet for any items, but sooner or later. Come on. Come on. There we go. I've not had a call to make it for anything yet, but sooner or later I will. Very, very exciting. I say, what did I click to unlock that? It's already a thing I've unlocked. Limb chips. 1 circuit board to make even more storage. Parts locker. Oh, you know what I am going to look at? Because I keep forgetting to do it. Can I make anything of particular exciting? I'm wearing a better backpack. Swamp coral. Powered boots. Large backpack. Lead apron I could make. Lead lab coat. Eventually I'll be able to make a radiation suit. A padded parka. I do not have enough rubber. Stiff shirt. Okay, this is literally a thing of every category. Basically, I'm going to have to go... I might might be the last time I stream this game for a while, and I'll focus on. So we'll get some story out of the way, and I will focus on getting just some general material gathering in the meantime before I stream it next. Frees us up to do other things. Where are we going? Oh, that's irritating. We went all the way out to that zone in that previous one, and the next zone was where the story was. Shit. We've got radars in the car. I hope you like watching exactly the same content for the second hour of the stream, because that's what you're getting. Really selling myself here. Everything fixed, stockpiled. Done the thing. Watch out, everyone. Last time Chim said he might take a break from a game, so he walked away from it for a whole week. I mean, there are games I've quit, right? I say I'm going to take a break, and then it goes away. The test is if the game is good enough, it will eventually come back. Like, what have we not finished that I've gone, I need to take a break from this? I've tried, like, Elden Ring. Elden Ring has a really nice place in my heart and soul. But we did one full playthrough on stream, and I think I've restarted the game 2 or 3 times on stream since, and I always get to a point where I'm just like, I'm kind of bored of this again. I need to leave it longer between games. Leave it longer between worlds. What else? There was that Tactics Ogre. Really loved that for multiple weeks. Completely ran out of steam with it. Never went back to it on stream again. I was watching a justification from another variety streamer when I was watching them the other day. They are called Dodger, where they play, like, if they play a game on stream, it's great when they finish a game on stream, but they aim to do around 15 hours of every game, and if they have not finished the game after 15 hours, they draw a line under it and move on to the next. And part of me thinks that that's a really good plan, because from a marketing perspective, it's all about viewer attention, right? Oh, you missed. You going live, been playing Sparrow. Did you catch up on the story, or do you miss? I didn't, actually. I didn't. Let me get back in my car. Let me reverse back up the hill. When we were playing the game yesterday, we missed some story audio. Can you remind me where it was, Wiston? Let me just get back up the hill away from the weirdness. Because I drove out of the zone, because that's what, before you go... before you do, you can turn on game pauses while in tab menu. Okay, we're going to do that as well. Yeah, I said this at the beginning of the stream yesterday. If you buy... Yeah, there it is. Pause game while in menus. It's the last 2 audios in Divisions. I talked about this yesterday while streaming. A thing that was really almost had me quit was getting stuck on some of the quirks that the car can develop. If you get really irritated by some component of this game, they have throttled it with accessibility issues. They've got accessibility words. They've got accessibility like solvers coming out of your butt. Like there are so many. Like the quirk ones is what I've used a couple of times to just get past ones I've got infuriated with. Because I kept getting really irritating quirks where like the door would open and I just couldn't figure it out. That saved this game for me. We do pause while in menus, just in general, always good. Yeah, we'll do that. So if I now do this, the game is paused. Fabulous. Logbook. Last 2 audios in the visions. Transmissions. Visions. Bingo. We missed out on this yesterday because the audio cut out, so I'm just going to play it now. Are you going to play it now? Or is it just dialogue? Does it not play if it's paused? I don't think it does. The gameplay, let's test it.
Oh, bingo!
No, it replays in the
See that pattern on
car.
the last mural? That flower only grows above a certain elevation. Put the 3 locations together, and you've got a square mile in the northeast corner of the deep zone. Huh. The visions were pointing towards something the entire time.
Hey, Hoppy, you can stop pretending to ignore us now. Take a look at this fine work. We've pinned down the location for the source of the mass hallucination. That's where the driver needs to go.
Well, what do you know?
Well, I knew the basilizer worked. What did I tell you, huh?
He still doesn't know, Francis.
Know what? Hoppy?
Not my story to share.
Okay. One. And the other one was Francis's shame. When you try to exit out of this screen, it just resets.
theory.
Yeah, there we go.
And that basilizer, they're illegitimate.
Wait, what are you saying?
I built that device to prove my imprint theory, and it was on the verge of getting the results I needed. But my research funding was running out. So, I forged the data. Not much, just enough to justify more time. I was so close. I knew the breakthrough was right around the corner. But Arda found out. That's why I was reassigned and my clearance revoked.
Wait, you told me you changed labs voluntarily.
8 years of research with nothing to show for it, and then for that to happen, I couldn't face you.
That doesn't mean your theory is wrong. I still think there's something to it. There's a common thread with some of the remnant stories, like the telephone switchboard, the ones that seem to recall the past somehow. Maybe the remnants accessed those imprints, read them like a needle in the groove of a record.
Don't. You don't have to do that. It's in the past. I don't care about it anymore.
Okay, that was a little bit of a snippet of audio that played at the end of the last story mission that cut out because I used a teleporter and it just ended. I couldn't find it in the menu when I was live yesterday. Did you say you were playing Wistan? If you're still in chat, how is Spell Rogue? Is it good? Because it's terrible. You said it was like Slay the Spire, and my brain immediately went, ooh. It's very good. Okay. Ooh. Early access though. I might hop into the other Discord after stream today. I'm not going to go late today. I might hop in the stream, other Discord after stream today, and you can show me if that's okay. Am I lights blinking or am I losing my mind? When I turn the car right or left, the lights dim. When the car turns, the lights dim. Well, that's not going to get irritating. No, I am totally look, driving in a straight line, just driving in a straight line. Turn that way, the lights dim. Turn that way, the lights dim. Stop steering, lights turn back on. That's a quirk. We've identified a quirk whilst out in the world. That's personal growth because I've been struggling with them. Which means I'm just going to immediately turn the lights off.
Bow tie.
Yeah, it's cool.
And a bow
Bow ties are
tie.
cool. This from the man in the bow tie. Bow ties are cool.
No, don't like the yellow on that
Bow ties are
hat.
cool.
Here's
No,
one.
don't like the pink
Bow
either.
tie. Get red.
Blue.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, blue's better. How's it going, Rachel? Rachel? I don't know why I say your name like that. I think it's like a British soap opera thing. I'm dead? Why are you dead? You're very talkative for a dead person. Okay, the next zone I need to get through quick as you like because of evil. And Chimken doesn't like evil. I just got home and I'm dead. Okay, well that's fair. I can appreciate that. That's entirely valid as a feeling. Busy day at work, was it? I see trees of green. No, no trees here. Red roses too. What's that? I see them blue. There we go. Saved it. And we've had our first tire puncture of the day. Just crappy. I'm sorry about that. Sealing kit. I'm not sure if I'm just being unlucky or these off-road tires are terrible because they are breaking all over the place. I did a bit of research. I said after the end of last stream, I said I'd do a bit of research into what makes a better tire, and the game, nobody seems to be reporting a constant popping issue, but like they shouldn't be this bad. My lessons were great, 99% of my students, but that one, oh yeah, I got my mum was a teacher growing up. I respect that attitude. I respect that. Yeah, I respect that. Okay, we're gonna drive through this area quick as you like. Extreme conditions, the Warrens, disrupted discharge. We just need to get through here so fast. Wild how one can ruin so much so fast. It is, and it's always sad because, especially, what age kids do you teach, if you don't mind me asking? Nine to 10-year-olds. Yeah, they don't understand. They don't understand. Like, they don't understand. Pretty sure you would consider the route I'm taking the long way around, but what the hell is he doing? There's probably so much good stuff I could be salvaging in here, but I don't want the zone to collapse while I'm driving. This particular one is really not in their best learning environment, and it shows. I massively respect any teacher. I massively respect any teacher because I'm fully aware of how much you guys take home from your job, and how much you then have to give in of your personal life to that job as well. Oh yeah, you're a teacher, you have summer holidays off, and they do the I will always fight back against the logic where people do the whole, oh yeah, you're a teacher, so you get summer holidays off, and you get to leave work at 8:30, 2:45 is your working hours, because that's when the kids are in school, and just the complete misunderstanding of that, and how much the teachers that I've known or grown up with have had to put in after hours is just, it's a lot, and I respect it. And as a 36-year-old man with no children, so take this opinion with a pinch of salt, because I know there will be some parents out there that have certain lifestyle responsibilities, for want of a better word. But I think a lot of the stuff that teachers now have to do would have previously fallen into the category of like what the parents should have had to do, and that's bad. Because there are some things, at least in my experience, or like some of the stories that I've heard, where yeah, I'm old-fashioned. A teacher at a school that is there to educate their child should not be responsible for teaching a child how to use a knife and fork. And I know that that's situational, and I know not every child is going to be made to eat a knife and fork at home, but it should not be a teacher at a school's job to do that. Ran over, sorry. Just how to be a person, yeah. Yeah. I'm old-fashioned. I don't have children. Some of my parenting opinions you can take with a pinch of salt, because I fully understand not everybody is capable of putting the energy into parenting their child in that sort of way. It's probably a good thing I didn't have. We're not going to have kids. Yeah. This is a very entertaining stream, isn't it? I'm telling people how to properly raise their children while driving through the post-apocalypse. Nobody else is delivering this level of content on the internet. I'm so old. uh. 19 minutes. We have plenty of time. That wasn't even the worst. Oh no, that wasn't even the worst zone. If I could afford children and homeschool them instead of sending them to public school, I'd have kids, but I can't, so I won't. We've grown up. Me and my partner DollyWhiskers have grown up in a place in the world where a lot of people own boats, right? And we don't own a boat, don't get me wrong. Like, I'm never going to own a boat. But a lot of people around here own boats, and it is a very common occurrence where those people, because obviously they have a certain amount of money, will take their child out of school and they will go sailing, and they will homeschool their children while sailing around the world. And like, I used to be a very patient man. At one point I was going to train to be a teacher, and it just sort of, the dream sort of got away from me and I never followed it up. But now I don't think I have the patience to homeschool a child. If only because I feel like I would have to, like at 36, probably if we were going to have a kid, we would only have one child. Like reasonably, I don't think we would have like a clan. If we had a child now, I'm sure there are so many different ways that a child is taught how to do something that just differs to the way I was taught like 25 years ago. But I would be constantly having to learn stuff to teach the child at home, and I don't think I would ever be able to have the patience to do it. Like maths, I suck at maths. How do I homeschool somebody maths if I can't do maths? I'm bad at math. Oh, that's the zone collapsing. And now we leave as quickly as humanly possible. Yeah, I do it. Public school is so bad. I work in a public school and there's no way I'd send my children into that. I'm bad at math too. Out of interest, so we have had some Greek family friends in the past, and I know, because I don't know enough about the American education system to comment. When a lot of Greek kids go to school, like this might not be the case now, historically this is what they had to do when we were friends with them. They would go to school, like their kids would go to school, and then they would have after-school tutors because the education system in Greece isn't particularly fantastic. So to be able to learn and get the qualifications to do certain things, they had to get after-school tutors to be able to progress properly. What's the what's the education system in general like in America? Is it good? Like, how do we rate it? This is a very adult conversation. If you are joining me, I make fart jokes sometimes, but today we're talking about education systems. Look, I have a fart joke built in, promise. See, some states are better than others. Okay. I suppose that's the different, right? It varies. It really, really depends on where you live. It's like, yeah, I hadn't accounted for that because America is going to be different because of the state in which the education system is going to vary massively dependent on state. Where I'm sure in the UK it massively varies by county. The UK isn't that big, and not just state, but municipality, income, county budget, etc. Most of the northern states are fine. Southern states are generally worse. Okay, it's interesting to learn these things. Do you get people that, I suppose it's all tied to jobs. Do people move to get better education from public schools? Like, will you find if I was to have a child, like my first child, and lived in, I don't know what a good example would be. If I lived in Texas and decided that the educational system in Texas was bad, do people move out of that situation if they can afford it, or do they just generally stay there and sort of deal with it as an issue? You can basically look at population density map and see where the best educations are. Okay. High or lower? Like lower density, better education, or more density? Which way around does it work? Some people upper middle class and up probably do move, but most people are just stuck. Probably send their children to a private school if they have the money. Yeah. Still the same in the UK. If you get sent to private school, like I've met some very poorly educated private school kids, but very poorly educated private school adults that just the system was wasted on them.
Oh, jeez. You know, I remember Red Meadow like it was yesterday. You up to your eyeballs in paperwork. Francis coated in chalk dust from the blackboards.
You mistaking my lab notes for a trash pile and throwing away weeks of work.
Yeah, it'd be nice to see it again.
They bulldozed that facility to the ground. There's nothing left to reminisce about.
Okay, this area is perpetually stable, so we have some time to poke around. It looks like we're driving into a town. Generally, they'll stay, but some places like my areas offer school choice, so parents can move their child wherever they want in our district as long as there's room at the school. Denser city areas usually have better budget, but there's a give and take with being too dense. Basically, you want high pop county, low pop town for the best education. But I lived in Alabama, and they didn't allow parents to have a choice. You had to go to the school closest to your residence. That's how it works in the UK. We have this thing called catchment areas, where if you have to go to a school that your property, your postcode will be in a school's catchment area. It might be that your property is in 2 areas, but generally it's in 1, and that's the school that you have to go to without special dispensation. Like the downtown Buffalo schools are
Do you
But
ever
the suburbs
regret
are
all
generally
this?
better until you
From the
start
very
hitting
second I
rural
heard your
areas.
voice coming through my speakers.
I mean, everything that happened here, handing over Lynn, the way the project ended, it cost you Alan, you know, your career, the entire damn Olympic Peninsula. But you're still here.
So are you. You chose your urban legends over everything else.
Oh
You
God!
wonder if I
Oh, I
regret it?
thought it was going to be
I
dark
have
then
no
for a
interest in
second.
regret. I want to know if you ever felt that leaving was a real option.
After everything I've seen and heard and felt here, no, not a chance.
What
Then
is
we
that?
have that in common.
What is this? Sap compressor? Oh, it's loads of the sap in one place, everybody. That's brilliant. That's real good that that's now a thing that exists, because that is the bottleneck of resources that I've been experiencing. I've just turned my caps lock on for some reason. I've really struggled to get sap consistently. So you need a big city, but you don't want to be in the big city. Yeah. I am extremely happy and content in our decision not to have kids, because to have to deal with this and have to deal with the concept of sending a child to a bad
How's
place because it's all we can send them to,
Sam,
I'm
here's
happy
another
to tap
bedroom.
out.
I'm sorry you didn't know about his demotion. It wasn't my secret to tell.
It's fine. This is between him and me.
Also, some areas have magnet schools which allow certain children based on academic performance. Most of these are generally better, but most magnet schools are a part of public education as well. Okay. So, like, a stereotype that a lot of English people are aware of because of Hollywood and that sort of thing is scholarships. It's not really an experience I've ever heard anybody talk about, because I've never heard anybody get to go to a part. When people talk about scholarships, do they talk about going to like a private school that the... How do scholarships work? That's for uni, really. Okay. The uni decides to take somebody on merit and pays their way, basically, right? It's why the stereotype we see a lot on television is always like, oh, you're really good at sports, come to our school and you can be on our basketball team and you'll get a scholarship and it'll be really great and you'll go to a private school. If you have good grades for a sports person, the state or the school pay some of the education. Okay. Okay. I'm going to have to back out for 5 seconds to go to the toilet. I am going to put you on the BRB screen and we are going to spill over a time. Why am I ads? I went live slightly early. I thought we were done. I've got a little bit of time left. I really need to go to the toilet. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to throw the chicken beat music on. We're going to put you on the BRB and I'm going to be as quick as I can. But in closing, it can be based on different things, like my niece can sing and applied for a scholarship to a local university. They liked her and she got a 120k scholarship. Sometimes it's the institution, sometimes it's the state or a third-party organization, charity, church, etc. There are also scholarships for like Model UN in some places or academic clubmanship. I don't think any of that exists in the UK, which is really strange to me. But I'll be right back. I'll be as quick as possible. Sorry about that. Oh. First roll of disco. Let me just take this opportunity to say, when I was in the bathroom, I checked my Twitter. If the developers of that game are lurking right now, I love you, because they retweeted me. That's it. We're just about to go into an ad break as well, so perfect timing. Pop. Yeah, just about to go into an ad break. What were we doing before? Self-care, everybody. I have been live for 2 hours on the nose. We're going into a 3-minute ad break, so it's very important. Self-care. Go and get yourself a glass of water. Go and do something you love. Go and sniff a cat. Go and have a snack. Go and relieve yourselves. I'll be here for the next 3 minutes, combing my beard, and I will ask again of chat, if you are so inclined, the worst jokes known to man. If you can think of anybody, I want any, I want to hear them. I'm going to get a Google page up right now, and we're going to look for some worst jokes known to mankind while I comb my beard for 3 minutes while there's an ad playing. Worst my salary. Oh, that's topical because we've been talking about the educational system in America, and now I feel bad. Ooh. My wife said I should do lunges to stay in shape. That would be a big step forward. Why do fathers take an extra pair of socks when they go golfing in case they get a hole in one? I see your salary and raise my health. This is a self-care 3 minutes, guys, in chat right now. Self-care 3 minutes. I will not... I think Rachel's going to be in an ad any second. It's the funniest self-care. What do a tick and the Eiffel Tower have in common? They're both Paris sites. What do you call a fish wearing a bow tie? I'm not taking responsibility for any of these. I'm getting these directly from the Country Living website. Very classy upscale magazine in the UK. What do you call a fish wearing a bow tie? Sophisticated. Why would you not want to be one of Snow White's dwarfs? Why? It doesn't work when I'm in the full cam. 6 out of 7 of them aren't. Why would you not want to be one of the Snow White's dwarfs? 6 out of 7 of them aren't. I can't say it. Why would you not want to be one of the Snow White's dwarfs? 6 out of 7 of them aren't happy. I don't get this one. I thought the dryer was shrinking my clothes. Turns out it was the refrigerator all along. Oh, they're getting fat. Okay, it's a fat joke, everybody. What's a bee's favorite Disney movie? I don't know. Beauty and the Beast. These are getting worse. How does dry skin affect you at work? You don't have any elbow grease to put in? I feel sick. I feel a little bit sick out of some of this is getting... I'll do one more. Dear math, grow up and solve your own problems. Ugh. That is a terrible indictment of the Country Living magazine. You never got an ad? Well... Congrats. Sometimes people don't seem to get them. Other times they do. Either way, you're here now, and it's good. Did we? Yeah, we went in that tower. God, George, he's awake. Oh, we're having a full break, are we? We're having a full break, are we? Who wants to see the cat? We've not seen the cat today. George! Oh, George! Is he moving? Dolly? Heads up, is he moving? He's coming. There he is! Come on, up here. Chat wants to see you. Up here. Come on. All the way up. Don't look at me from the floor. We're not doing this. I'm not picking you up to get to the desk. He can get up onto the desk by himself. I'm not lifting him. Come on, George. Georgina. Georgie Puss. Come on, up here. Put them here. Can't have them unless you're on the desk. Look. They're right here. I'm not picking them up every time. I will lean into the giving treats to him while he's on stream because chat seems to love the cat, but I am not picking him up every time. I am not this cat's slave. Come on, up here. He's sat here looking at me. What's happening? Look. Yeah, you totally are. Terrible press. Pick him up. You are his elevator. Look. Look. Up here. Come on. Have you fallen off something? He gets funny with things sometimes if he falls off them. Come on. Doesn't want me to pick him up. Up here. I swear, guys, I have a cat. If you were Georgie, yeah, who's going to break first? Look. We're up here. I'm going to break first. I'm going to break first. There's no denying it. I'm not doing that every time. I'm not. Okay. Oh. I'm not being this cat's elevator. It's just not happening. Sit down. I'm not going to give you the treat. You've just made me pick you up. Sit down. Okay? Give me this. You shake. Shake it. That's it. Shake. Take it. That one's on the floor. You missed that one. That one fell out of your mouth. Look. This. Lost that one. That one will be a secret. You can find that one later. Look at him. Yeah, I'm out for the day. Dilemma, thank you very much for popping in. I appreciate it so much. The talent, the inspiration, I moved. Thanks for the stream and take care, everybody. Thanks, Dilemma. I appreciate it. Okay. You're going to sit there for a bit, and I'm going to put that down like that, and I'll leave you on screen while the camera's on, okay? Another tower. Dun, 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 dun. George, tell us about your day. What's going on in George's life? Me and Dolly went out for like we did one of those things today, right? Me and Dolly went out for like 4 hours. We got home and he hadn't really moved from the position he was in. You going already? I don't think he's very awake. I don't think he's very awake. He is a sleepy bean. No, do not teleport a car up to the second floor of a building. Oh, he had moved. Okay, maybe I was wrong then. I take it back. He has a castle. Yeah, he has a cat castle. We don't call it a cat tree. He has a cat castle. It's taller than me. I am 6'6", right? Dolly got it when we got it when we moved into the house. We got it when we moved into the house. Dolly was like, "Oh, it's shorter than you, but it is a tree or a castle." It's a castle. It's got 4 walls and a door. And windows. There's a picture of me stood next to it for a height comparison, but I'm wearing my underwear, so I will not be releasing that on the internet. Does he have a moat? He did not have a moat, no. That would be funny, though. Trying to find a Google. Do not show chat my pants. You and I will have a falling out.
So,
if you show chat my pants.
About his work. He was second in command of Dr. K's lab, after all.
Alan didn't discuss his work with me, nor did I share mine with him.
Wait, you were head of the whole stinking department. You must have known something about what their lab was doing.
If there was anything useful to be found, I'd have sussed it out already. Well, that's all I did after the accident. Try and fail to find any answers.
What the hell is that weird conjoined thing? We're just gonna... Oh, God. Just leave me alone. Gandalf also has a cat tree. So it's like a cat tree up to a point, and then afterwards it's a castle. It's got like a door on the front of it, 2 windows either side, and at the very top it's got like 2 platforms that they can climb up and sit on. They used to sit on the very top of it at certain times of the year because heat rises, so when they wanted to be warm they would go in there and sit on the top of it. Oh, God. Saved it. We're fine. What are these bubbles? Bubblegum buddy. I do not want that stuck to me. Dolly, we were going to buy a replacement. Do we need to buy a replacement of the one we've got? As opposed to, like, finding a new one? Problem is, I do not look forward to taking that thing apart. He needs a moat there and a boat. and a horse. He has a, we call him, so both of our cats, right, we used landed gentry names for them. We had the Duchess Dolly of Doodles. That was Dolly, who we lost late last year. I mean, he has a water fountain. Does that count? Sort of. We have the Duchess Dolly of Doodles and the Marquis de Ouige. Those were their like posho names. Oh, that's nice. Quite nice to open the menu and have the wind just die. Ah, I can hear my thoughts again. There must be alligators, crocodiles, or sharks in it. I think then it will count. I feel like you have a lot of, you overestimate the size of our lounge. Thanks. Dolly has bought me a little Haribo heart. Isn't that cute? She loves me. What a nerd.
Dr. K's lab has got to be here somewhere.
Over there. Oh, we have popped a tire though. Yet another sealing kit. I don't know why the tires are popping so much, and at this point I'm too afraid to ask. You're fine. That one's bald. My tea arrives tomorrow. I'm excited. That was quick. That was really fast. Why did they must be shipping that to you from inside the US, right? That was super fast. Anything else that's wrong with the car before we leave? You're fine. You're fine. Okay. Engine on. Keep turning the windscreen wipers on by accident. Up here and to the right. Two of those crystal things. We'll take it. No, this. And pop. These things are going to change my life. And pop. There's probably so many I've missed as well. What is that green? Oh, it's one of those slime things. Oh god, I threw my tool on the floor. Pick it up. You silly man. Okay, we're going to go slightly over time. I'm not going to end this stream partway through a story mission. We're going to finish this story and see how we get on. Coin flip. Heads or tails, chat? Very important question. Heads or tails?
Dr. K's access records were coded to the lab that used to be here.
I'm feeling less optimistic by the second. Nah, to scour this place clean.
Something's here. We just can't see it.
Oh, following a hunch. Not your usual MO, Oppie.
No, but being suspicious of Arda is.
Am I getting out and walking? Because I really don't want to do that. The door on my left is seemingly open, but I don't have any method of lighting up as I go. Doesn't help that every time I turn, the car lights go off. Okay, coin flip. Heads. Dun, 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 dun. You keep your money in that case. Congratulations, you did not lose anything. I'm all by myself, it's fine. Not active all the time. Monday and Tuesday nights tend to be a bit quieter, so save your wealth redistribution redeems until Saturday, Sundays, when more of the higher earners are around. Maybe drive to the right, the left. That's where... Smell Gandalf's belly as requested. It is always a very good idea to smell a cat's belly. When a cat is near you, you should be doing two things: petting them or smelling their belly. Though I do want to point out that our cat is an indoor cat, so if your cat has been somewhere and rubbed their belly on something that you don't want to smell, be careful. Okay, so how do I get into the... What is that noise? There was a weird noise, and I didn't like it. He smelled like baby powder. Don't own any baby powder. He's an indoor cat. Why does our cat smell like biscuits all the time? It's like a weird thing our cats do. Don't have any portable... I can carry a flare? Right? Is that a thing? I think I can carry a flare. There was a door up here that was... Like, this door is the only one that seems to be even slightly open. Can I crawl that low? No. George's head sometimes smells like honey. We don't have any honey or honey smelling things in the house. It's very... He's a good egg. DollyWhiskers. Yeah, everybody remembered where we parked the car. Let's get one of them out. I don't particularly like the idea of doing this on foot in the dark. That's so odd. I mean, sometimes he also smells like a sewer. Okay, well, there's a fairly wide open section underneath. Seemingly. Like, God knows where that goes. I don't like it. It's so dark. Game's doing me a spook. It's right there. How do you... Is this a door? Why is there a light here? No. It's not a platforming game. There was... Aha. A bubblegum buddy? What are you? I don't know if this thing is evil. Like, is the implication I need to crash the car down there? Creepy noises, telephone transcript, central exchange monitoring. Hi there, Dr. Cook. This is the Tobias Barlow from maintenance. I think I know why your field equipment is missing. I know you're not going to like this. So me and a bunch of the folks doing requisition and inventory have been losing gear too, but also finding it again later in different areas of the zone. We thought we lost some to high winds, then some to, you know, scrambling, but the weather's been pretty normal and we realized the zone hasn't had a tantrum in a while. So we did a stakeout. We left some old gear at a test site, and you won't believe it, these things are like gooey fireflies or will-o'-the-wisps or something. They come out the trees and band together. They grab stuff like magpies and then pass it around like a football team. Anyway, I know you scientists want to know about this stuff, so I figured I'd take notes. There's quite a lot. I did some sketches, took some numbers, and I repeated things like... It was an experiment I figured you might want to see, so mind if I drop this stuff by? The pneumotubes are malfunctioning. So...
Whoa, driver, hang on. Where are you going? That should have been the end of the facility.
According to the blueprints, anyway.
Sorry? Is there something up here that I just straight up missed? Oh god, don't throw it under there! Oh no, well, I'm dead now because that was my last flare and it's just spawned under that box. Oh, thank god. Can I drive? Do I drive this way or do I walk? The car's not coming down here, is it? Should I bring the car? Take the car, okay. It's creepy. It's creepy what's done. I know I said I was going to be done at 11. I'm going to finish this story mission and then I'll be with you in the other Discord. The problem has been I had to go to the loo and then I got lost. Where did I park the car? Only 145 meters away. I'm out of flares. The flare gun gone? The flare gun has gone. Please let me have some more flares in the car. I would be so happy if I did. Pop. Ow. Nope. Nope. Oh, goodness, I'm saved. Okay, we at least have a light source if it's really dark where we're about to go. Now, activate this first aid kit. Good. Okay. We're on our way. Around behind us. I don't like the strange noises that are coming from the other side of this door. I've popped a tire. The car was stationary. What is freaking? Oh, the car is straight up. The tire is straight up ruined. Good thing I bought a spare. Yes, I fully, yeah, I just threw it into the darkness, didn't I? Okay, we've also got more than enough energy to leave, which I'm glad to see. I kind of hope that they're going to give me a freebie to get out, because the fact that we're underground somewhere and there don't seem to be any portals in this zone. I am concerned how this is going to end. Something chasing me? Okay.
Security protocol activated. Scan artist security credentials immediately.
Well, well. After all these years, an artist still has something to hide. We're definitely onto something now.
Driver, anything you find down there, scan and transmit it back to us. We'll work on disengaging the security protocol.
Interesting. Let's turn route map. No. Can I not deactivate waypoints whilst I'm walking around? Not.
Okay, here's something. This thing in the deep zone, they called it the Well.
Oh, fantastic. Tobias, run those reports through the decryptor and see what you can find.
Did I just balk this entire quest because I broke this one without scanning that original thing? This isn't the original platform. There was one on the original platform and I broke the energy before I'd even thought about scanning the thing. Have I fucked it? Did I fuck it? No, the screen still works. Okay.
Oh, you'll like this, Tobias. Your remnant origin story, if you will.
Let me guess. You're about to ruin a good urban legend with a bunch of science.
Fine, I'll read this one myself. Nice work, driver. We'll review these and summarize our findings after.
Thanks. It only cost me my sanity.
These lab notes are complete gibberish.
What about these diagrams, though? It looks like he was trying to convey something.
You can admire the doctor's newfound art skills all you want. You won't find anything useful in them.
I think I need to drive the car around the platform. What are these spheres that I'm seeing more often as well? Because there's been a few of these in different areas. What's purple over there? Oh, it's the screen. Turn the car on. About face. Forward march. I don't know how this story quest is going to, this mission's going to end. I'm assuming I'm just going to leave this area through one of the things and then come home from the next zone. So many Tesla coil things. Oh, my hammer broke. Oh, no, I've got a spare. I have a spare. This is why I carry a spare in the car, because I don't think I have got enough to make a new one. Yeah, new hammer. The platform over there in the middle, and I don't particularly want to swim to it. I think I need to exit over here.
This is a decrypted record of the accident. Hoppy, are you sure you want to hear this? It's got details about Alan's final moments.
It's been over 30 years. I'm past ready. Go on, driver. Keep snooping and see what else you can find. Alan's lab notes. Maybe my late husband sent us something useful from the grave after all.
What's that alarm for?
And you're all clear.
Give us a moment. We'll let you know what we found in all this data. You can make your way back to the auto shop after you're done scouring the place. And driver, thank you.
Really? Devil Sniper, welcome to chat. How is it hanging? And congratulations on that 6. We're in a creepy cave. I swear it's actually a thing, and I just don't have a light. I feel like this is very dark. Have I turned off dark nights? Because I'd set it so the lights were very bright. Brighter nights is turned on. This is as bright as the game will allow. It would be darker if I had turned that setting off. Okay, well you can see stuff. Like, the light sources help. Pop. It doesn't feel like it's very light. I mean, do you want me to show? Shall I show you the difference? I think this is maybe just like, so brighter nights. No, this is just because it's inside a building. Is there a separate interior? Convenience. There isn't an interior. So if you're in a cave or a dark building, you can't brighten it up. Vision, color deficiency, high visibility loot, crosshair fade time, item outlines. This is as dark. You can make it dark. You can make it brighter if you're outside in the dark. You can't make it brighter if you're inside in the dark. Gameplay, realism. I mean, maybe I need to like get a head torch or something. I don't know. Okay, we're back in the car. You can see what's happening in the car because I've got lights. I keep walking away from the car and leaving the lights on. Let's recharge that before we do anything, actually. I think it was just a particularly dark moment. Yeah. This bit, I think... You're going to tell me I don't have anything to recharge the... Okay, no, I do have something to recharge the car. That's fine. Was worried for a second. Okay. Car is recharged. I'm guessing now that there is just what? Oh, there was just a speckle flying at me. I'm guessing if I drive around this way, there will be a very obvious exit. I'm assuming it's just this tunnel. Yeah, this is going to take me out to the map. See, suddenly, bright lights, big city. Thunk. I'm blind. I can't see. There is a yellow. There's an armored car. We need the scissors. Two armored panels. Oh, I got both at the same time. One armored panel. Two armored panel. Do we want a free off-road tire? It's got a flat in it, but it would be a free tire. I don't know if that's good or bad, but we'll take it. Yeah, suddenly bright. I can't see now. I'm completely blind. I've got day blindness. I just want to leave now. I want to get home. I've got so much stuff in the car. We've done a story mission. It's very exciting. Chimken's gonna do some off-screen grinding for materials. And then this game will be back to progress some more. Bunk. Where the hell are we now? Oh, we're still not... It's just... It's throwing us into a new zone. Which I'm assuming will have portals? Maybe? Hopefully? Luna Mershan, thank you very much for the hydrate. How are you doing today, Luna? Have you had a good Monday? Oh, there are so many science buildings there. We have the energy to leave.
Driver, you hit the jackpot. We've got a lead on what you're heading toward in the deep zone. Tobias, give us the rundown about the well.
ARDA classified it as a hotspot of ultra-high energy gamma radiation. Its eruptions were spontaneous, and ultimately ARDA made no conclusion about what caused it, when it would blow, or how destructive it would be. ARDA, of course, wanted to control this bottomless well of energy. So they brought in Dr. K and Alan to research activation and containment. They discovered a way to reliably trigger the well.
And that was the
No.
remnants.
And that's what the remnants have been leading people towards.
The well.
Oh, well.
This second report's a good one. Ready to hear where the remnants came from? The original remnants were
Barcelona.
created in Dr. K's lab. They aimed to create a trigger for activating the well by infusing objects with a carefully calibrated limb
Seriously?
wave. The ones that shared a resonant frequency would...
Yeah, just get to the good stuff.
You know, you'd be a much better ghost hunter if it weren't for that unfortunate attention span. Reading this makes it obvious how the remnants ended up in the wild.
Wait, what? How?
The gamma ray surge that caused the mass hallucination event. That energy irradiated everything within a 10-mile radius. Objects with the right characteristics absorbed that energy and became the remnants people found out in the zone.
Wow. Francis would get a kick out of that one. I'll tell him later.
How do I get up to these science buildings?
I've reviewed Dr. K's lab notes. And now we know what he was doing in that lab after the accident. Spinning in circles for years.
His injuries were real. Dr. K's radiation exposure should have been fatal.
And the minute he could stand on his feet again, Artis shuttled him right back to his lab and bid the monkey to dance.
Oh, God.
They allowed
There's a
him to
jump.
carry on in the hopes that he would reproduce anything useful. He worked for 2 whole years before they quietly retired him from his post.
Sorry we scrambled your brain. Here's your pension. Bye.
Chimken's about to do something stupid. Do something
You got that
stupid.
accident
Do
record ready,
something
Tobias?
stupid.
It's time.
Okay, then. September 14, 1961.
Another grand day. Hope this is good
Artis
too. It's been
finalized
alright.
report on what happened that night. Dr. K and Alan were testing the activation potential of lab-created remnants. That night was a run-of-the-mill remnant test. Nothing out of the ordinary. The remnant in question was a tungsten cube. At 3:23 a.m., the cube was brought towards the well. The well reacted at nominal levels. However, at the
jump
500-meter distance, the cube was sucked into the well and triggered the gamma ray surge. The energy output continued ramping up, and at 15 seconds, showed no signs of stopping. Then Alan...
Go on.
Okay, that door doesn't open.
I can handle it.
Dr. K testified that Alan engaged the suppression protocol, then the kill switch, both of which failed. Dr. K ordered Alan to get to safety, but Alan insisted on staying at the controls.
Yeah, we can't
Only
get
when he
over to
flipped
where
the
I was trying to
radiation
get to.
polarity did the energy output plateau, then collapse back into itself. Alan's gamma radiation exposure was fatal due to his proximity to the well. If it weren't for him, the entire zone might have gone under.
I think I might have to go.
That's who Alan was.
I'll come back here later.
Loyal until the very end.
I'm sorry, Oppie.
I'd expect nothing less from him.
I was about to do a sweet jump, but
Once that car gets to the well, we can expect another gamma ray eruption. We'll need a way to cut it off. And I may have found the answer in Alan's lab notes. His work on that suppression technique was top-notch.
What's interesting is Dr. K and Alan didn't know any more than we do now. They had no conclusions about what the well is.
Or what the remnants did. Or how they interacted with this well. Maybe they're ladles that scoop out a metered amount of gamma radiation. Maybe they trigger an eruption that we can't stop and will destroy the zone if we get it too close.
That's a hell of a range. What are we going to do?
We keep going.
But if it's an eruption...
I already sacrificed the Olympic Peninsula once for Limtech. How many chances for total and utter fallout does a gal get in her life, huh?
In another life, we would have made a fantastic team.
In no universe would I not have murdered you in your sleep.
okay, let's go. Oppie is so rude. I like Oppie. I feel like I could sit down with Oppie and have a very nice time. Okay.
Now we go into the deep zone. Easy peasy.
Except for the issue of the old wall.
Right, yeah. That. You got some genius idea up your sleeve, huh?
Is that how you think it works? That scientists conjure up genius at will?
Well, yeah. Do you?
Well, in this case, I do. But don't expect it to work like that every time. Driver, the quarantine checkpoints will be the best way through the old wall, but they're death traps in their own right. But I designed something to help. Check out the blueprints I sent over.
Is it wings? Have they sent me wings? Let's find out what is Oppie short for. At least she's honest. In a shield. A limb shield.
The old anomalies took up residence in the crossing points. It's not enough to have a shield. The shield itself needs to be shielded.
Yes, if you want to take a quick clip, Sky is entirely right. If you want to do a quick clip, you can... exclamation mark clip it.
The energy drain on that shield is massive. It won't last you more than 5 seconds.
Yes, and?
You'll need to recharge on the go, but the deep zone's grid is completely dark.
You know, what if we could reroute our power into the deep zone? But we need to jumpstart the network somehow.
That car is basically the world's most overpowered electromagnet on wheels. The driver induces a current, then you open the electrical floodgates.
They'd have to induce the current the entire way through the old wall while making the crossing and maintaining speed.
I don't know what to tell you. If you don't believe the driver and that car's got what it takes by now, then go back to hunting ghosts. We've got a job to do here.
This could work. Are you in, Francis?
I don't know.
Look, we have a real chance of losing everything at the old wall. I'd like to not fail this far along.
How can we know this will work?
We don't. That's how science works. We form a theory, and we test it, and we fail. And fail, and fail, and only sometimes do we succeed.
Come on, Francis. Please?
Fine. I'll do it.
All right. The team is assembled.
Driver, get on with building that limb shield. We'll work on spinning up the power grid in the meantime.
Okay. I'm going to call it a wash there. We are done for the night. Thank you very much for joining me this evening, guys. I know it was a bit shorter than my last couple of days of streaming, and it wasn't the game that I mentioned yesterday at the end of stream, but after the day that I had, this was exactly what I needed. So thank you very much for joining me. Up. So, we say some words at the end of Chimken Screens. I don't know why I'm clapping. I want to cover a few bits without giving too much information away because it's not a medical thing that I want to put out on the internet right now. All of the people that know what's going on in my life right now is a thing. I've got some medical stuff going on. It's nothing serious, as confirmed today, or at least much better confirmed today than it was. I want to say a piece of advice that I have got in my 36 years of living, and I've I want to say something to you because this has been a sobering moment for me. I'm glad you exist, chat, and for that reason alone, I want you to do this for me, and I want you to promise to do this for me moving forward. If you get some sort of medical thing, you don't put it out of your mind. You go to your doctor. You go to, if you could, again, I get that the medical systems are different in whichever country, but if you have something medically wrong with you that could be something serious, do not sit on symptoms for too long. Go to the GP, go to your doctor, do the best try to diagnose yourself. No, you should never diagnose yourself because you're not a doctor. Try to find out what the problem is as soon as possible. I sat on a problem for 12 months and got myself into a massive tizzy over it. And it could have been bad, and I'm not proud of that. So yeah, take yourself to the doctor if you ever notice something's that's wrong with you. That's it. Like, see somebody as soon as possible. There is something out of the ordinary. If there is something strange that isn't common, it's not like a cold, it's just something that's different and you don't know what it is and there's no straightforward answer to it and you've never experienced it before, seek medical advice is all I can say. Because I sat on a problem for 12 months and the whole reaction to it and getting looked at by a doctor has been massively draining the last 1.5 weeks. So do this little thing for me because I want you to be around for as long as possible. So chat, in the usual manner, I'm glad you exist. I'm so proud of you for making it through Monday. Mondays absolutely suck for me personally when I'm in the office. It's just the beginning of the week and I need to pause an ad because there's going to be an ad before I get through with my speech. Mondays are tough. Screw Mondays, honestly. Yeah, screw Mondays. I'm proud of you for making it through Monday, or like based off the time of day and like the general Americaniness of my audience, you're almost through the day. So I hope the rest of your evening goes real well, and I'm proud of you for making it through Monday. At the same time, fuck cancer, everybody. If you would like to type fuck cancer in chat, it is a little routine thing that we do at the end of my streams. It is about somebody that me and my partner lost at the end of 2023. Fuck cancer. Hopefully it's like energy I'm putting out into the world. Hopefully in 2024, by the end of it, cancer will be that much farther away because politically the world is in utter freaking turmoil right now. Cancer should not be a thing that the average person has to worry about, but it still is. And hopefully it will be that much further away by the end of 2024. And thank you for helping me do weird shit on the internet as always. I'm going to find somebody to raid. And if you have anybody you would like me to raid, please check their name in chat. Otherwise, I will find somebody off my list. Dun, dun, dun. Okay, who is live right now? We are going to raid... who are we gonna raid? This bit is the bit that I always stress about because I get to this point, I'm like, oh my goodness, who am I gonna raid this time? Another PNG tuber. You know what? Who we're gonna raid? We're gonna raid somebody called That Kenny Guy. I loved their PNG tuber. I talked about this person a little while ago, and now I've been reminded of the name. They have like a pixel art PNG tuber that I think is absolutely great. So please, if you are subscribed, drop a raid emote when you land. If you're not subscribed, take a raid message from chat. And if you would like to do both, I am not the boss of you. I will be back at the usual time tomorrow, but just a reminder, there has been a schedule change now. Minecraft will be Saturday afternoons. Tomorrow will be whatever the hell I feel like it. Right this second, we didn't play Kena at the weekend, so we're probably going to pick up a little bit of Kena. That's probably top of my list. Potentially Cult of the Lamb. Depends on if I want like a passive sort of like experience or story-based experience, and we'll see how that feels tomorrow evening. I hope to see some of you there. I need to press the button because I'm running out of things to say. Oh my goodness, I'm running That Kenny Guy. Enjoy the rest of your day, chat. I hope you have a very happy Tuesday, and I'll see you tomorrow, maybe, possibly, hopefully. You know? There's the button. Found it. Pop. I will see you around. Good night.